What's going on, everybody? This is what is
Damn.
yeah, this is
Was
week
that a
3.
legit game?
I gotta ask Joe Boo, did he really blow him out like that?
I hope not.
Hold up, Artie beat on AOKP?
What's happening?
Yo, AOKP, what a blood clot. Yo, this dude is not representing.
Clot, right. Shirt. What?
Blows it. What? All right, MP Mojo Jojo. Was that I think that was a CP. I think Peyton's on his way out. I think he's missing too many games. I don't know what's going on. They gotta let me know what's happening. But MP Mojo Jojo, aka Crocodile Balls.
Better retire.
Who is this? CPU? Mr. Jingles got. Oh, you know that was a CPU. Idiot Boy was a CPU, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, and also I got to talk about that CPU thing. Dreadheadish. Okay, that was against the CPU. So that but he's been getting fucked up against regular human opponents though.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it ain't nothing big. That dude is fucking straight garbage. And I don't really say that about other people, but he was running off at the mouth about you yelling at me with the Super Bowl.
Oh.
You know, he was talking about how you was all over me, all that shit like that. But meanwhile, he getting his ass whipped by Mr. Jangles.
Hold on, let me put my phone on Gmias.
What? No ring? Yo, you better find out that guy is you taking credit for that. That ain't your line. That's somebody to left a comment. Yo, this guy, the Kevin Jansen, the guy. Yeah, but you know his name?
No.
So how you just using his line without his name? You gotta give credit to him. Who is he?
Somebody who left that line on one of your videos.
So you don't know who he is?
No.
All right, good shit. The Kevin Jackson is a fucking bum. I just wanted to say that.
All right.
Who is this?
Okay, you didn't beat. Oh.
Oh, what is this? Oh, Clem Hunter. He came out and played hard and tough as nails D.
But it's not even exciting anymore. You always do that during the season. It's not even exciting to see that kind of win. It's like expected now.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what you expect. That's the whole point.
It's like, what are you going to do now after that? That's
it's whatever I want to do. I don't care what people think about what I do. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. As long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, I can care less. Yeah.
Good. As long as you're having fun.
Yeah. I enjoy winning the majority of the time.
Okay.
So
you
guys can go fuck yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
VA Kid came out and did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? Who is this? Who I got? Oh, Joe Boo. This is so weird, but that's the way it usually goes. It always goes that way where Joe Boo fucking ass raped YF. Like, YF, I don't think YF didn't score until the fucking fourth quarter in the game they played. But Joe Boo is a tough opponent, but I just play him very, very well. And then I have problems with YF because YF will come out with a whole new fucking scheme where nobody fucking tries to tackle his running back, and he runs the whole game and fucking throws the ball 5 times. So, pretty much, listen, he had to do what he had to do. He's a piece of shit little dick cocksucker, but shit happens. I did want to touch briefly on a couple things, but I wanted to say first, before I get into the whole Tony Romo saga, that I was thinking about the whole Barry Bonds thing, and like knowing that Tom Brady is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. I was sort of thinking about Barry Bonds a lot. Okay. Because this man is not going to. He's possibly the people that hold the ballots.
Yes. They're
not going to vote him in.
Okay.
Okay. It's not a black person of color or Caucasian thing because they did the same thing to your boy over there. What was the guy that was with him? It was Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire. They did the same thing to him as far as not letting him in.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well, it's not good because they both...
No, it shows that, all right, two of these guys cheated.
Yeah.
And they both are not going in. That's good to me.
No, but what I'm saying is, listen, this is my problem.
What's the guy? Not Lex Luthor. What's his name?
Lex Luthor?
That's
Armstrong. From Superman.
Lance Armstrong.
Lex Luthor's from Superman. You know that, right?
Whatever. Lance Armstrong.
Whatever?
When he got caught cheating...
He didn't get caught cheating. He confessed. He gave himself up.
Listen. Let's not even get started on that because that still pisses me off.
Listen.
But I think that...
Why did he pick that?
I think that the way that you cheat makes a big difference.
But you just brought up Lance Armstrong and he never got caught. He gave himself up.
Okay, but he gave himself up for use of substance What is it called?
Okay, look, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but the bottom line is...
Some kind of enhancer.
Barry Bonds never tested positive. That's what my problem is. But the tapes of Spygate were destroyed, and Tom Brady's going to still be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
What do you mean he never tested positive?
Barry Bonds never tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug.
So what was the whole... I don't understand.
It was alleged use from him getting it from these places and people saying that he was taking this, and his girlfriend at the time said that his scrotum had shrunk and she had visibly seen it.
Did they ask her like specific details about his... Like, how does she know? Is she a medical professional? Did she take a tape measure out and measure the circumference?
I don't know what she did.
Was she only able to put in one nut in her mouth and then all of a sudden she's able to put both of them in? Like, I don't understand how they could... How she would be the professional to know that.
Okay, she said that she saw the shrinkage in his testicular
Maybe
function.
it was cold. Maybe he changed his underwear. I don't know.
All those things could be true, but the bottom line is she testified that his scrotum had shrunk in size. What was the
end result with that? Because
the end result is they could not prove that this man took performance-enhancing drugs, but it's just the allegedness of him being who he is. His head got big as fuck, and he became a diesel monster. But listen, let's just call it what it is. Barry Bonds juiced. I'm not mad that he juiced. Listen, what I'm saying is the hand-eye coordination of baseball, steroids can't help that. Performance-enhancing drugs, they can't help that. When you connect with
the guys use it.
Because it's the power. It's the power. What I'm saying is you still have to be able to connect with the ball.
Yeah.
You've played softball. You understand it. If you can't connect, it doesn't matter how big you are. And a lot of guys take these drugs and are not successful. So what I'm saying to baseball is this. It's a lot of guys still taking it. Why? Because it helps keep them youthful in the recovery. Yeah. So look, baseball's not stopping this. They could test and do whatever they want. It's going to be a new company that's going to come out.
They're going to come out with something new.
And you can't test for it. It's going to be the same thing. What I'm saying is, look, Barry Bonds, I don't like baseball. Okay? And Barry Bonds made me watch baseball. So what I'm saying is, if he did that for your game, you guys are also at fault. MLB is also at fault because they knew he was juicing. But now that it's all over and said and done, it's okay to say, okay, but you cheated. It doesn't make any sense because a lot of guys cheated during that same era, including the pitchers that pitched them the ball.
Are any of those guys in the Hall of Fame?
They're not eligible yet, I don't believe. But they probably will be because they weren't brought up on it. But you could just see when certain guys had, very, very high ERAs, and then it went down very, very, it's just a lot of bullshit. The bottom line is this. HGH, you're talking to a guy that has actually used it, it does help you recover very, very well. When I was on HGH, you visibly saw it because I couldn't fit through the door. And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, those are nice days.
Listen, the whole thing about it is, it makes you feel like you didn't even work out. Like, I was fucking putting up ridiculous weight and just coming home and just didn't even need to sleep. I slept 4 hours and I was ready to go. It's unbelievable. But at the same time, these people can't glorify it, make billions, and then say, okay, you're not going to the Hall of Fame, Barry.
So, but we don't know.
We don't know what?
If he's not going. It's
based on what they've already done. Based on what they've already done, the people that was in that time frame, they haven't let them in. Barry Bonds ain't going in because they've already done it. They already showed the precedent. Anybody that was in that steroid era has not been inducted, and they're making all the voters are making it known.
And it doesn't matter if it was proven or not.
Doesn't matter if you were involved in it. They're just not voting you in. That's it. It's simple.
Wow.
Okay, and I want to give a shout out also to
I thought you don't.
Excuse me. I don't do shout outs unless it's relevant. Jameis Winston. He still won the Heisman Trophy even though he fucked the shit out of that girl that called rape.
What is his name?
Johnny Manziel, who finished 5th, which I don't understand. How could that I don't know how that possibly happened. Because to me, Johnny Manziel.
I didn't even know who else was going for the Johnny and this guy.
I'm gonna tell you something about Johnny Manziel. He looks like a dick, but he's one of the most electrifying players I've seen in college football. And I don't like college football. And I watch him play. That guy is electrifying, and I liked what I saw from Jameis Winston. Other than his slave name, Jameis, he deserved the the Heisman Trophy. And so stupid. No, I'm just saying Jameis is a slave name.
All right.
Pretty much, it's straight from the South. I've never heard anybody in the North called Jameis.
The Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees in the North. I've never heard Jameis, but now we could get on. I just wanted to touch on that because that was bothering me. The more Barry, let me just say again, I do not like baseball. And I actually sat through games that Barry Bonds was in, and he did not disappoint in any of those games. So, fuck you, MLB. Now, going to Tony Romo.
Oh, my God.
Okay. We all know what happened yesterday by now. You were saying some things about Jerry Jones. I don't know who you were blaming. You said you were mad at Tony Romo. I don't know exactly what you were saying.
I think that the blame has to be shared.
To who? To who? Just specifically to who?
The coaching staff, led by the head coach.
Okay.
Tony Romo. Because he's garbage.
Why? Why is he garbage?
I have not seen him do like you told me. Like I thought that he got a Super Bowl ring or something in the last couple of years.
Okay.
Because there's so much hype around him. He has a $55 million guaranteed that he's getting paid. So I, being new to football, automatically assume that you must have at least one ring. If you're getting that type of contract, so I find out today.
Okay, hold on. You just found out today that Tony Romo didn't have a ring.
He doesn't have any ring.
So you saw him getting big dollars and you thought that he had earned it.
Yeah, I see him getting big dollars.
So obviously you don't know who Jerry Jones is.
A brand new dome.
Okay,
they got this brand new.
So you're not aware of Jerry Jones, that he's the guy that pays the underachievers the most.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, listen. Let me just let you understand.
As an outsider looking in,
okay,
I'm seeing Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco's a fucking bum,
but he has a ring, regardless of how he got it.
I understand.
Regardless of how
he had one great playoff run. It will not happen again.
The quarterback is always the person, no matter what happens. The quarterback is always the person that's given all the credit. And he got a contract based on that performance. Okay. And I can agree with that.
No. Listen, I just want to say, listen.
When I'm hearing that Tony Romo has $55 million guaranteed,
Flacco will not do that again.
That's fine. He don't have to do it again. Okay. He has one ring.
Okay, look. I understand. I understand what you're saying. And that's another thing. If Dan Marino had Ray Lewis and that defense, Dan Marino would have a lot of rings. All I'm saying is this. Joe Flacco didn't do it. He played spectacular, but that defense, as old as they were, that people were saying whatever like that, that defense did a lot for that fucking piece of shit, Joe Flacco.
And his wide receivers and his running back.
The reason that I'm saying he's a piece of shit is because of the way that after he was asked about what Ray Lewis's speeches did and all that shit like that, the way that he kind of brushed it off.
And that's why he's not going to get another one.
Exactly. You have to appreciate what these men do. It's very, very hard to motivate men. I do it every day. To motivate people. People have to appreciate what goes into that. Yeah, you have to be humble.
Karma is a bitch. She's definitely female.
And I appreciate that, because a lot of people do say that. Me, I just know that it's your energy that comes back. Like, I don't really call it karma, but I agree with a lot of people that say that karma comes back. If you act that type of way, that energy will follow you.
Yeah, look at RG3 and whatever he's now.
Bob. Okay, but at the same time, that's why I just want to get it out, because people are going to say, gee, Bob, why are you calling Joe Flacco a bitch? Because of the way he reacted when they asked him about Ray Lewis and what he brought to the table. Yeah. Because without that defense and those motivators, that team wouldn't have went there. That was a whole journey that Ray Lewis led. And not only that, Jacoby Jones should have got MVP of the Super Bowl. Jacoby Jones ran that kickoff back. Jacoby Jones did a lot of things to electrify that game. I understand that the QB is, they primarily get it, but Jacoby Jones was a difference maker in that fucking Super Bowl. Joe Flacco is a fucking ostrich-looking bitch.
But now back to the whole
Tony Romo.
The Tony Romo situation.
Go ahead. Pick that shit.
When you look at, and I know we were talking about this earlier, and we're talking about that specific game. Okay. But I have a problem with Jerry Jones mostly. I think that Jerry Jones gets 51% of the blame for that loss. Okay. And then the rest of it is distributed through everyone else. Okay, you said your point. 51%.
Now I gotta get at you. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Is Jerry Jones the reason for all this debacle that's happening overall in Dallas? Yes, he is. Is he to blame for those games and what just happened? No, he's not. I'm going to tell you why. Tony Romo and the Dallas Cowboys had a 20-point lead at the half. Okay? Let's just get this straight. Okay? If you're going to blame Jerry Jones, you have to give him credit when they do well. Now, Dallas came out and they played well. It came down to play calling at the end. Now, I don't disagree with passing the ball, because Green Bay is so fucking porous on defense. I don't mind that. Now, the interception that he threw to Tramon Williams at the end, after he had already threw the other pick and they scored, I was expecting Tony Romo to change something. Okay? Up until that point, everything was okay. If Tony Romo goes down the field and wins that game, nobody says anything about the picks that he threw prior or anything else. Everybody forgets the fact that they got a fucking 73-year-old defensive coordinator.
Oh my God.
That's stinking up the goddamn joint. Now listen, remember I just told you about the Texas guy, the coach of Texas at college?
Yeah.
How he's gracefully stepping down and he's agreeing that sometimes you need new blood.
This guy should have gracefully stepped down at least 10 years ago.
Okay, listen. Look. I understand what you're saying, but I have to disagree, because Dick LeBeau in Pittsburgh, he's pretty old as well, the defensive coordinator there. He gets it done. Palomalo looked pretty good yesterday, okay? His hair was a little, he needs a little kinky curly, but other than that, the defense played well, and Dick LeBeau is a very old guy. I'm not saying that age, he's like in his 70s also, Dick LeBeau, but it's The coach that Jerry Jones hired as the defensive coordinator is known for getting torched.
That who hired?
Jerry Jones.
Who?
Jerry Jones.
All right.
Okay, listen. As I said before, he still hired that coach when they were up 20 points at the half. So when you come out and start throwing picks, you can't now blame the defense for trying to cover a short field. Listen, a lot of people are to blame. I'm just saying, look, everybody just is quickly to point the finger at Tony Romo. All I'm trying to explain to you is this. I understand you have a very, very valid point because at the end of the day, he threw those picks to cause the game to go the other way. But who's to blame for the breakdown prior to that? They're up 20. If you know that you came out the week before against Chicago and you ran the ball a lot, you were successful with running the ball. Why not run the ball, play action, run the ball? Why not change something? Why put it in Tony Romo's hand when you know, as Stephen A. Smith says, he's a disaster waiting to happen?
Ultimately,
Jason Garrett is a little dick micropenis bitch.
Ultimately, Jason Garrett was put in that position because Jerry Jones knows that he can walk all over him and that he can be too over involved and that Garrett won't say anything. Jerry Jones can't do what he does with a Mike Tomlin, with a Bill Belichick, if he has that type of man as a head coach.
I agree with what you're saying, but what does that... I'm talking about this loss.
The one thing that I learned in all of my years of social studies classes
is
that there are direct causes of a situation.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
And underlying
None of this shit makes sense to me, but go ahead, finish it.
And Jerry Jones is ultimately the underlying cause for the course of the season. And this is just more of the same nonsense that's been going on throughout the season, throughout the years.
Listen,
$55 million guaranteed.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you that Jerry Jones...
He can go on IR with a pinky sprain or a broken fingernail.
A hangnail.
And it's like,
a hangnail.
With a freaking hangnail hanging from his cuticle.
Yeah.
Like, he has $55 million guaranteed. What did he do to get that?
Okay,
that's crazy.
Listen, I understand. Look, I can't disagree with you. You made valid points, and I understand that Jerry Jones did pay this man, but it's a difference. Maybe he sees something in Romo. He sees
in that head coach who looks like his daughters just walk all over him. Like, he looks like the type of person.
He looks like a pussy.
Yeah, like
he looks like. Look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Not get the
if Golden Showers wasn't Spanish and Caucasian,
and all of Ben Stiller's movies,
he would look like Golden Showers if Golden Showers wasn't Spanish. Listen, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, right now, you have to understand that he called out Tony Romo, Mr. Garrett.
Oh my God, that was another thing. Like Tony Romo, you know what? If you give me $55 million guaranteed, I'm not trying to go out there and do everything. My money is coming in.
Okay, but that's the problem. That's the problem. What you just said.
I'm going to try not to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, my money's going to come anyway. So, if I feel like, if I'm having a bad day, I might not try as hard. I don't have anything to work for anymore. The money's just coming.
That's a change with the generation. Like I said, I despise people that think like that. And I really hate that thing in a man. I don't care if if females do that, but as a man, you can't do that because honestly, it's like in any man's sport, it's more thing like that.
I see that a lot. I don't see the love of the game anymore.
I don't see it either.
The way I used to.
I don't see it either.
The way when you're looking at older players, when you're listening to them talk, there was a passion for the game. Remember, these guys used to have to work a full-time job and play in this league.
Yeah, but not in our era. Not in our era. Not in our era.
Decades ago. That's dedication.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Listen, love for the game.
Okay, and I understand what you're saying, and at the same time, you have to understand this though. Is Jerry Jones to blame for bringing this guy in and giving him $55 million? Yes, he is. Yes. But don't forget the fact that the Cowboys were up by 20 points. And if you play call correctly, if you play call correctly, you easily walk away with this win. So before everybody jumps on Tony Romo
in the NFL.
Before everybody jumps on Tony Romo, you got to understand that point. We got to be fair, and we try to be fair here when we criticize. And that's all my point is.
Who tries to be fair?
I do. I don't know what the fuck you do. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. If you didn't, fuck you.